04657190. What edge is there to foreign education? Because I don't know whether your kids have told you. I know your kids want foreign education. I think they see it somewhere on Twitter, Instagram. I don't know where they see it, but somewhere in the. Oh, sometimes it's even half the kids. Sometimes it's the parents now. It's the parents that just think that, look, I'm shipping, even if I have to export you as a slave. Even if I'm exporting you as a slave somewhere out of here, I'll labor, I'll toil, I'll bend my back, I'll break it. Anything to make sure that 5 years from now, if we call you your Timothy Osibajo Clinton Harvard graduate, or maybe Stanford, or some, like, your father would hate to see anything else. Welcome to Nigeria Info. Let's talk. Sorry, I lost you. My name is Joyce. Good afternoon. This is Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Yeah, Joyce, good afternoon.
We're happy to have you. Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Alcine. I enjoy your program a lot.
Thank you very much.
You are one hell of a person. I laugh a lot of it every time you are on.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you smile when I'm on.
I say I laugh. I don't smile. I laugh. I just say, oh, good job.
Okay.
Anyway,
thank you.
Wonderful topic you're discussing there.
Yeah.
We brought up. The issue is that, like you rightly said, Nigerians are very educated. I mean, very wonderful, very intelligent. We are. That is the truth. That's why we go out there and we are making. I mean, we are doing. In fact, I think what do you call it? Statistics has it, or research has it, that in the US, the most highly educated people there are Nigerians.
Okay.
Yes. I heard that.
So what's the problem? Because is there really an edge? I don't think so. Maybe because we don't have our economy as it should be. Was there really an edge?
Yeah, that is it. I think that is it. And then most times what happens in the country is that employers of labor, even the government, once you have a foreign education, they feel that you have an edge. And then for the citizenry, okay, we have also this issue of complex. There's issue of complex.
I mean, you can't blame them too much. It was 500 years of slavery. That takes a toll on you. So is there really an edge? Is there really anything there? Is there something there? Or is it just our mindset?
I don't think it's our mindset. There's no edge. There's no edge. Like I said, we all agree that we are very intelligent people. You go there, you are doing very well academically.
Okay.
You can stand anybody from any part of the world. And then we come back here to the country. It's not because we don't have, what do you call it? Like, I think it's our mindset.
Our sectors are not developed. Okay, thank you very much for calling Nigeria Info. We're happy. Thank you very much. Good afternoon to you. What's your name? Hello? Hello? Welcome to Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you. How are you? Turn off your radio, please. Thank you very much for calling.
Yeah.
Turn off your radio.
I've done that, Josh.
Thank you. What's your name?
This is Pastor Ladipo calling from Orile Ijomu.
We're happy to have you.
Yeah, I think the major challenge there is exposure.
Exposure.
And yes. And this colonial mentality is still part of the challenges we are facing today. Now, even in every sector, not just the educational sector, you see this inferiority complex. Once somebody hears that this person is from abroad, is from overseas, we see everybody will begin to fall in line and somehow look as if this person has come with a superior knowledge. So it is not like that. I think one of the major things here is exposure, and that is why sometimes most of the employers, they prefer to accept those people more because they feel that they are exposed to better equipment and better educational environment to our people.
So there is no edge? No edge?
Yes, there is no edge, really. There is no single edge, really.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for calling. Thank you. I know foreign educated people now will be like, are you joking? Do you mean I wasted my 4 years in London or the US? Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Nigeria Info.
Joyce. My name is Adania.
Welcome to Nigeria Info.
Joyce, I think there's a slight edge in the sense that when you study abroad, they are more practical in their teaching.
Okay.
Yes, they use practical terms. I'm a HR professional and I have children too in the university.
Yeah.
So what basically happens is that we do a lot of cramming. So we understand the practical side. I remember when I went to study and once they give me an assignment, I'll just, give them back what they gave me. The professor will say, no, we know you know the theories. Just give us the concepts. You want to put it into practice. And it takes time to really grasp that.
Okay.
And that's the difference with our own system and the system they use over there.
Okay.
And I hate it so much when I know that my kids are busy developing another man's country because they will say, okay, they're having, I'll use an example. There is a wind problem here, and the trash, each time the trash cans, the wind comes, heavy wind, and the trash can just empty, it carries the trash and empties the content on the road. So we need you people to come up with ideas how we can solve this problem, and they tell you the budget for it and things you can use. And these children are cracking their brains to develop, and it hurts so much to see what happens. And there are so many things they put ideas in the head of the children, and they expect the children to come up with those ideas.
Okay.
And that's the problem with our system. So we're yet to. So we're book inclined. So we read and we pour it out. So we've not started implementing or practicing those things we're reading. That's where the problem is. But there's no problem with us. And the truth about Nigeria is that because we already understand it, by the time we get to a new system, we understood it. We may struggle for a while.
Yeah.
By the time we study and understand what's happening, we hit the ground running and we become tops over there. So basically there's a slight edge. Thank you, Joyce.
Thank you very much. Edge gets a vote on the sunny side. Welcome to Nigeria Info. What's your name?
Hello?
Hello, lady. Good afternoon. Speak up for us. Turn off your radio. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
How are you?
Fine, thank you very
Yes,
much.
how are you?
Fine, thank
This
you.
is Chinese.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I see this question. I like it very well. People that went to school in Lagos, in Nigeria especially, they will not value. Okay, look at the people that have gone to school. How many of them get job?
Okay.
Okay, now if he's like abroad, not the person abroad get great. Not the person will go to Togo now. You can't say no Ghana. Ghana says try. But anything America, London, Europe.
Have you paid Ghana school fees before? 10 years ago, my father was going to send, was it 10 or 15 years ago? My father was going to send me to Legon. It was $5,000, like about 15 years ago.
No, Joyce, you are asking me if I have paid Ghana University. You asked me if I've reached the gate before. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So what am I trying to say?
I'm just saying, don't look down on Ghana. That's it.
I am not looking down on Ghana now. It's Nigeria that brings themselves to that level.
Okay.
See, if you bring, like for example now, 3 people going to submit CVs, and you see University of Lagos, University of Benin, Polytechnic, and now you now see another person, only one person. Now they have put University of Cambridge. Who will you employ, Joyce?
You can't be asking me, because I'm asking you, honey.
Oh, they asked me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So why would you choose the other person? What do you suppose is the edge that the other person brings?
That person that went to school in Cambridge.
Why?
The mindset is telling me that person, the way they teach that. Because can you imagine our university doesn't even have lab? Our university don't have lab. But if you go abroad, their lab is complete. Our own don't have lab. What are we telling me?
All right.
A doctor from Nigeria will come and submit CV in their lab. He doesn't know anything about chemistry. He knows about chemistry.
He knows. Oh, this is disrespectful.
But if the big person that are abroad and bring him, let me just say the truth. Let us say the truth of our truth. The university owned that is in Cambridge know better than me because they have all their accessories. I don't know if you understand me.
Look, I understand, but I disagree. You know?
Okay.
Let somebody else call and support your motion.
Wait. Hello, Joyce. See you now. Which school you go? Oh, yeah.
I'm foreign educated, yes, but you know, it's not a...
Yes, see you when go foreign educated. Sometimes if you talk like this, I no put ear down, I no go hear. But make poor and no there, I go do like that here. You speak our own English. What are we saying?
Okay, let
you now say speak broken now. You no go speak am. You are offending me now.
I'm offending you. This is fun.
You tell me now, say no, yeah. Okay, how you dey go now? Or you say it now.
Honey, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much. Dismiss yourself. Welcome to 99.3 Nigeria Info. What edge is there to a foreign education? I'm sorry, call me back. This is Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you. Turn off your radio, please. I mean, I can explain what happened to me. Welcome. What's your name?
Okay, my name is Kizito.
Yeah, Kizito. Please speak up for us and go ahead.
Okay, all right. I will support one caller that was talking about our kind of syllabus content what we teach in our school. Do you know, if you look at, even some of us that are in Nigeria here currently doing abroad programs, you will see that the content of what they teach us are quite different. You see them using real life case studies.
But isn't it relevant? I mean, it should be different. Yeah, given that the heads that oversee it are different, but is it relevant?
Well, if you look at the schools here in Nigeria, what they teach you is theories. What is these types of that? And at the end of the day, you graduate as an economist, for example. And if you go to someone who study economics, maybe in London or Canada, and you will put them side by side, they teach them real life case studies. So that's why some employers will look at giving opportunity to people who have studied outside compared to those that have studied here. Because of our educational systems have lapses. So to close that gap between it, so our syllabus has to be modified, has to change. There's this loophole in our content.
Well, I agree to the loophole, but I think the end result isn't necessarily quite different, is there? I mean to the paper now, you see, to the actual obtaining of the paper. Because I think people beyond university walls go out and educate themselves in other forms. I'm a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that, but when it comes to that paper, University of Hampshire, Peniel, which one are you going to? Peniel, what are you doing home? Speak up. Peniel is running away. Peniel, which one are you going to? Hertfordshire, good. And Unilag, what difference is there when it comes to the paper?
Yeah, there's
There
difference.
is?
There's difference. Yeah, because if you look at for example, Joyce, you look at whatever you studied in school. I'm sure you say you studied outside the country. Now, whatever you
I'm not a product of that University of South Africa.
No. But let's look at a similar course here in Nigeria that studied exactly what you studied in school. Look at the course content.
Honestly, I think I don't, and this is not me necessarily holding forth for Nigerian systems, but I think that maybe it would be the stress. I feel Nigeria stresses me too much, and I despise Nigeria for that. Besides that, I can manage her, but I despise the stress. I mean, I saw a video of pictures of Nigerian students, outside the examination hall writing because not enough table. I mean, I can't do that.
Exactly.
So besides that, I think, in terms of content, there might not be too much difference. I don't know. You disagree?
No, there is.
All right.
Just look at it, for example. Just look at it anyhow. Just look at it. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much. Adrian is here on Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you. Welcome.
Okay. Joyce, hi. Good afternoon.
Welcome.
Okay, so advantage.
No, more like edge. More like, how it is. Just edge. Because if we say advantage, there are advantages. More like edge.
So
economic advantage is one.
Okay, so you say Nigerian school, locally schooled, and foreign school. Now, the reality of the matter is this, I think like a lot of callers before now, I've stated clearly the issue of practicalization of what we study.
That's one.
Yeah. So you see that like in Nigeria, I mean, we talk about how Nigerians go abroad and turn out, much better, and we are the most educated, we are this, we are that, we are super performers in foreign countries.
Yeah.
Why are we able to achieve this much? It's very simple. The hardship that we go through here.
The suffering,
yes, it's like an aspiration. I went to a state university.
Did you say the suffering is an aspiration?
No, the suffering is what makes us aspire to be better.
Oh, okay.
So you have a guy who studies medicine and surgery in a Nigerian university where you use candle and lantern in your laboratory. These things are real.
Do they use real? Do they use candles and lanterns?
These things are real. See, I went to a school where in 100 level we were 18,000 students. We were half the population of the school. Like I would be in a classroom, a 500-seater classroom, and we will be 2,000 people. We have another 1,000 outside. Come on.
Wow.
What quality of education can you offer me?
No.
I can count the number of times I attended class in 100 level. Half these things you go, you read, and you pour it out in exams. Even the people who are supposed to lecture you, see, lecturing is not teaching. Lecturing, you are supposed to pick my brain. You're supposed to enhance my thinking capacity. You understand?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're supposed to allow me be a solutions provider. We don't do that here. Let's face the reality.
All right.
Okay, why are private universities now gaining an edge? You have, CU graduates. We have all the paystack boys, all the guys who are the super entrepreneurs, tech entrepreneurs of the recent times, are guys who went to these private schools because the quality of education is better.
Wow.
But even as that, they have not. I'm not now. Get me right?
Mm-hmm.
Quality of education is better. Doesn't mean the quality of the individual.
Good.
Is better. So we as individuals who have gone through schools where there was a lot of hardship, where the suffering was much, when the work was blowing us, we were able to acquire a skill set that allows us survive. In better societies. Tenacity. So you have a more well-grounded person. But when it comes to the quality of the education that you have received, it is not it.
All right.
Okay. So I think that we should clarify that.
You sound like you're speaking from the depths of your soul. I don't know who.
I know what I saw now. I know. No. Joyce, I know. If I call that school and I call that set now, I can bet you that maybe like 6-7 people will call in and verify. I just don't want to start, naming names and.
At this point, there's no shame in naming names. We're not necessarily trying to.
No, Joyce, don't worry.
Okay. We'll cross it. All right. Okay. Look.
You're doing a fantastic job. I've never actually spoken to you on phone before, but
thank you.
You're doing an awesome job.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you. Why are you pointing, Break? 1 minute. Good afternoon. You have 1 minute, according to my timekeeper. Hello.
Yeah.
Welcome to Nigeria Info.
Straight to the point, just like the last caller.
That would be good.
It's just the mindset, the mentality, the ideology of our leaders. Because Adeyemi will say something, ideas rule the world. When you come out from an environment, you're having different ideology, and people leading you, ruling you, is placing this thing that, okay, you have to put age over these particular people. And because of underdevelopment, you'll be respecting them, so to say.
So wait. Is there an edge in your view? Is there an edge?
It's just the mentality.
Oh, you don't feel that there's really an edge. It's just the Nigerian mentality that thinks that there is an edge.
Yeah, you have Ebuka on the line. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ebuka. That was actually a win for you. You're never really that brief. Can we do one more, please? I can't. Off on a break. We'll be right back. 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce. When we return, the conversation continues on Nigeria Info. Don't go anywhere. This is The Sunny Side. My name is Joyce.
Tune in to The Sunny Side with Joyce every weekday from 12 to 3 p.m.
Expect so much fun right here. 99.3 Nigeria Info.
This is an infomercial.
Women are half the population, but don't hold half the political representation. Look at your Senate, your House of Reps, your House of Assembly, your Governor's Forum, even your local government council. You will not find a room half filled with women. It's time to translate our equal population into equal political power. And so, on March 7th at the Glass Ceiling Convention, let's make a plan to get it. Brought to you by Nigeria Info 99.3 and the Glass Ceiling with Sandra. It's a full online conference to celebrate International Women's Day. We'll be talking about practical steps women can take towards political power in Nigeria, how to take over parties, how to win primaries, how to win elections, how to protect our votes. Our guest speaker is Inse Ufot, founder of the New Georgia Project that helped flip the U.S. Senate. Our panelists include Honorable Nena Okeje, former member of the House of Representatives, Risola Abiola, APC grassroots organizer, Kate Henschel, actress and women's rights advocate, Ndi Kato, politician and executive director, Dinidari Foundation, Damlola Odufuwa, co-founder, Feminist Coalition. Official partners, Canadian High Commission, UK High Commission, US Consulate General, and Not Too Young to Run. To register, go to www.nigeriainfo.fm.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
program where we talk about financial freedom. My name is Mary, and today I have a guest with me in the studio. He has brought a great opportunity to you. Good day, and please introduce yourself.
My name is Kunle Akonde, a representative of Freedom Synergy Pro.
Thank you, Kunle. So what's Freedom Synergy Pro all about?
Okay, thank you. Freedom Synergy Pro is an organization that empowers people financially. We provide opportunities for people to make extra income.
Okay.
So as to be able to meet up with their daily needs. There's a short story of a little boy. He went to his father and asked, "Dad, what is the meaning of financial freedom?" And the dad said, "When you're sleeping at home and the money is out there working for you without your time or physical presence, that is financial freedom."
Thank you, Kunle. So you mean I can really sit at home while my money is working for me out there?
Oh yes, your money can work for you outside. We're going to get there shortly.
Okay. Welcome back. It's still the program, Financial Freedom. So, Kunle, do you know there are a lot of people out there who have just one source of income and they want to be financially free? How is that possible?
You can't be financially free if you depend on just one source of income. Now, let me tell you this. Those who understand this secret are the ones living large today. You see them riding Porsche cars, living in good houses, paying their bills conveniently. And you wonder within yourself, oh boy, this guy is lucky. Nobody's really lucky.
Okay.
See, the truth is this. If you take the right financial action, you're going to get the right result.
So, you talked about empowering people financially the other time. So tell me, how do you empower people financially?
Basically, Freedom Synergy Pro is in partnership with multinational companies that are into production of different household products like toothpaste, body care, beverages, and healthcare products that can help you to restore dead cells in your body system.
Basically what we need for our day-to-day running.
Day-to-day running, your daily needs. So we sell these products on behalf of those multinational companies. What people need to do is to partner with us. Anyone who partners with Freedom Synergy Pro will get healthcare products and ROI every 6 weeks. That means they'll be earning income every 6 weeks.
Every 6 weeks.
Every 6 weeks. When you partner with us, Freedom Synergy Pro as a company will be making your money work for you without your time or physical presence.
Wow, so who are the people that can enjoy this great opportunity?
Oh, this opportunity to make more money is for everyone.
Really?
Yes, whether you're self-employed, an employee, a retiree, a graduate, an undergraduate, even as parents, you can partner with us for your children. So every 6 weeks, you're building great financial future for them. That is how to raise a generation of millionaires. In fact, many people within and outside Nigeria have been enjoying this massive opportunity.
So you mean every 6 weeks, I don't have to work with you and I make my money without physical appearance?
Oh yes, that is how smart people make money. You don't need to appear physically. All you need to do is to leverage the opportunity we've provided for you. The opportunity to make extra money without your physical appearance. By partnering with us, it's a massive opportunity for everyone.
So tell me, and for the benefit of those listening to us right now, how do we contact you for those that want to join?
Okay, I'm going to give our contact out, but let me say this opportunity doesn't have anything to do with whether you're educated or not.
And that's a good
Whether
one.
you're able to operate your phone or not. No! Just partner with us and you start earning every 6 weeks and enjoy lots of opportunities.
Kunle, you know what I'm thinking right now?
Okay.
A lot of people will be interested in this great opportunity.
Oh, yes.
So tell me, how do they contact you?
Okay, you can contact us through our office in Lagos, Pentagon Plaza, opposite Chrisland International School, by Awoshika bus stop, Okpebi, Lagos State.
Pentagon Plaza, opposite Chrisland International School,
by Awoshika bus stop,
Okpebi, Lagos. Okay.
Or better still, send years and your location to 081 33 21 0074. Let me call it again. Send years and location to 081 33 21 0074 or visit our website www.freedomsynergypro.com and our representative will be there to guide you on how to register.
So that's it. To be financially free, you send your yes and location to 081 33210074. Again, 081 33210074. So thank you, Kule, for coming on the program today. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
And so you've heard and you know already that to be financially free, you have to have multiple streams of income. Don't miss out on this great opportunity. Thank you and have a nice day.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Your mic is always on. Let's talk.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info. The conversation never stops.
The state government asked that schools should not resume till January because of COVID-19. Now,
Nigerians don't know that there are people who are called the laborers at the very bottom of the economy.
Educating and informing.
So let me tell you something. It's not possible to block all other million subscribers. If they buy another a day, that's for them billion naira.
Listen to Nigeria Info 99.3. Let's talk.
The headline news on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
The time is 1 p.m. You're listening to the news headlines right here at 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Yvonne Okaifo. Nigeria is set to get almost 4 million doses of coronavirus vaccines tomorrow. About 3.92 million vaccines are to be delivered at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja. Lagos recorded a total of 82 new cases of coronavirus yesterday, while 170 persons also recovered from the virus in the state. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation says there are no plans to increase the depot price of petrol. Terrorists have killed at least 7 persons in 2 attacks in Kaduna State. Nigeria's Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala has officially resumed as Director General of the World Trade Organization, while the federal government is negotiating loans to start off the Lagos-Calabar rail line. On the firing scene, former U.S. President Donald Trump has hinted that he might be considering a possible presidential run in 2024. In sports, Manchester United manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer says referees are being influenced by outside influences, and this comes after United failed to get a penalty the manager believes his team should have gotten 100%. Those were the headlines. It is still the sunny side. You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Yvonne Okaifo.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Depend on us for the best in talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info, biggest.
Keeping you updated on latest news.
Somebody is saying they own the mint. So the government just go to the mint and print money and then everyone stand on the land. They share it.
Latest developments locally and internationally. From politics to business, sports, and so much more. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
A stereo, it beats for you, so listen close. Hear my thoughts in every note. Make me your radio and turn me up when you feel low. This melody was meant for you, so sing along to my stereo.
Class heroes, baby. If I was just another dusty record on the shelf, would you blow me off and play me like everybody else? If I asked you to scratch my back, could you manage that? Like if we had chicken Travie, I can handle that. Furthermore, I apologize for any skipping tracks. It's just the last girl that played me left a couple cracks. I used to, now I'm over that. Cause holding grudges over love is ancient artifacts. If I could only find a note to make you understand, I sing it softly in your ear and grab you by the hands. Keep me stuck inside your head like your favorite tune. And know my heart's a stereo, the only place for you.
My heart's a stereo, it beats for you, so listen close. Hear my thoughts in every note. Make me your radio and turn me up when you feel low. This melody was meant for you, so sing along to my stereo.
Let's go! If I was an old school 50-pound boombox, would you hold me on your shoulder wherever you walk? Would you turn my volume up in front of the cops and crank it higher every time they told you to stop? And all I ask is that you don't get mad at me when you have to purchase Mad D batteries. Appreciate every mixtape your friends make. You never know, we come and go like on the interstate. I think I finally found a note to make you understand. If you can hit it, sing along and take me by the hands. Keep me stuck inside your head like your favorite tune. You know my heart's a stereo, the only place for you.
My heart's a stereo, it beats for you, so listen close. Hear my thoughts in every note.
the show, you'll enjoy the unvanished truths from a people of a rising continent. On Mondays, Radioactive. Tuesdays, Open Thought. Wednesdays, Worthy of Note. On Thursdays, The Lords of Logic. And on Fridays, Oh What a Week. Wow. I invite you to the world on the sunny side, right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Weekday from 12 to 3 p.m.
My name is Joyce.
I'm here today to ask you to teach feminism to the next generation. This is because by the time children grow up to become adults, it might already be too late. My name is Liam Butler, and I am 11 years old. I have feminist parents, I am feminist, and if I do have children, nieces, or nephews, I would like for them to also be feminists as well. Feminism to me means that everybody can have the same opportunities, that everybody can have the same power, and that everybody can be equal. Stereotypes are a danger because if feminism is not taught to children, they will end up believing in the stereotypes. When you walk into a toy shop, you cannot escape the stereotypes that surround you. There's a pink section for girls and a blue section for boys. Look at this picture, for instance. You can see a girl. We know she's a girl because she's wearing a pink dress. She's very pleased to see a doll, also wearing a pink dress. But there is a problem with this message. It's that why can't boys learn how to be good fathers? Look at this picture now. Do you recognize him? That's me. How embarrassing. P.S. The embarrassing fact is that I am small, and it should never be about me having the pram in my hands. And why do the colors matter so much anyway? When I was 3, my dad bought me a toy camera. In the shop, all the black ones had been sold, and only pink ones were left on the shelves. When my dad was at the till, and the salesman heard that it was for me, he refused to sell the pink camera to my dad. So he had to wait for the most pointless 15 minutes of his life so that the salesman could go up to the storeroom and come back down with a black camera. But no one would have cared. The problem with stereotypes is that they affect behaviors. For instance, when someone says, ladies first, this promotes the idea that women are defenseless and delicate. Another classic in my school is girls never fart. I know, and you all know, we all know that this is just not true. But when children hear this all the time, they start to behave differently. For instance, I have long hair before I had even longer hair. People used to confuse me for a girl. So, for instance, if I was in a public toilet, they would ask me to get out. But regardless of how long my hair is, I'm still the same person. It should not matter how long my hair is. I don't want to cut my hair just because people confuse me for a girl. I don't care. Why can't boys have long hair? An adult can either dismantle a stereotype or encourage one. For instance, when I was in sports class, there were 2 teams, one with boys and girls, the other one only girls. In the end, both of them were tied up. So when the teacher came along, she declared the girls team the winner just because they had no boys in their team. This reinforces a stereotype. But in my family, we have a game, and the aim is to, when we see a stereotype, call it out. So even when my sister was 3, and we would enter a toy shop, and that she would see a doll wearing a pink dress, she would yell out, "Stereotype!" Another time, We were in an art gallery with my mum, and she asked me to notice how the men and the women were in the paintings. I noticed that the men were fully dressed in the main part of the picture, while the women were naked or carrying children. Me and my sister know how to notify some stereotypes around us because we talk about it with our parents. But some children don't have adults to talk about these things. Coming to my point, when children grow up to become adults, it might already be too late. As adults, you have a role, and that is to teach feminism to the next generation so that they can grow up in a world with more equality. Thank you.
Activate. We are radioactive on 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce.
Exactly. We're radioactive every Monday. This is 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce. So we're right now talking about, say, the edge that foreign education affords anybody. After that, we're going to talk about feminism. All right. So I needed you to hear that, chew on it, knead on it. And then when we open up the telephone lines, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be asking you the question, how do Nigerians define feminism? What does it mean to you? And do you identify with it? Do you, identify with it? Or do you not identify with it? But that would be coming our way about 1:30. All right. 0700 993 993 993. Welcome if you have just tuned in. Before the break, we were discussing about the possible edge anyone gets from having a foreign education. So let me explain myself, how my journey started. I don't know what happened, but the stars aligned. And one day, my parents registered for me to write TOEFL. And that was where, it's not a problem, that was where it all started. I shouldn't have written TOEFL. Now, first of all, I noticed that in class, I don't pay too much attention. I just pay enough attention to not, disrespect the teacher standing in front of the class. But sometimes the teacher is teaching and I'm reading a book. Yeah. And I particularly when the teacher is not in class, I'm probably reading a book, or some girl who likes to watch movies is telling the whole class, telling the group of friends, clique of friends, about the movie she watched. We're always doing fun stuff. Or I'm reading. Many times the teacher is teaching and I'm reading. My Yoruba teacher, God bless her, she tolerated me. I was the only student. So this is what my Yoruba teacher would do in class. She's teaching in Yoruba. It's Yoruba. So she's teaching in Yoruba. Then she'll look at me and she'll be like, Joyce, do you understand? I'm like, no. Then she'll say in English what she said in Yoruba. In my head, I'm thinking, I'm so sorry I'm putting you through all of this. Maybe you shouldn't even bother about me. She's like, do you understand? I'm like, yeah. So she had to do that extra work of, do you understand? I'm like, no. You'll be like, oh, okay, so this is what I said and this is the meaning. And in my head, I was really saying to her, please don't bother. Please don't bother. My Yoruba was F9. Look, God bless her soul wherever she is, but nah, I don't know. I really hope I didn't put all her effort to it. Evidently, I must have done that, but I really pray for her and God bless her and her effort. Yeah. So I wasn't sure where I was going after secondary school. I knew I was going to university. I wasn't even sure if I was interested, but I just knew that it was the next phase of life. Okay, so there we go. And then my father was playing around. And then he was like, oh, I think you should write TOEFL. Huh? Okay. Then I wrote TOEFL the first time ever. And I'm very sure in my mind, I didn't know whether my father could afford the cost of a foreign education. I didn't know that. And I didn't care whether he could. I didn't even mind if he was going to steal. But I knew that I would never school in a Nigerian. That one was sure. Anything else after that I wasn't sure about, but that was sure. I wrote TOEFL. So this is how TOEFL works. It's a thinking game. That was the problem. So, I'm a thinker. And the way they teach in school, and I was not trying to be classist. I wasn't trying to be elitist. I wasn't even looking for the usual, we're going to America to study because it gives you an edge. I wasn't looking for none of that. The problem was they just taught me in a way that I was familiar with, a way that kind of triggered me. That was just it. It was just that. It was just that I wrote TOEFL, and it was more a thinking pattern of teaching than the other way, which was, what we are accustomed to in secondary schools, or say schooling pattern in Nigeria where you have to memorize, cram. I wasn't quite good with that. I mean, I didn't fail. I didn't repeat a class ever. It was just, the thing was just not sweet. Let's put it like that. But, I wrote TOEFL, and it felt like someone powered on something inside of me. Like there was a factory powered on inside of me. And after TOEFL, I went home. I didn't even know whether I passed the TOEFL or not. I just said to my parents, I don't know what made you ask me to write this thing, but I'm not schooling in this Nigeria. So my mother was like, well, you're not the only child, so I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, well, God will help you. You see, I don't know what you mean when you say I'm not the only child, but I'm not schooling here. And then my mother was like, why? I'm like, the way the exam was arranged, it was 60 questions, 60 minutes. You had 1 minute for one question. You were good or you were not. There was nothing as sweet as that. Even if I failed, I didn't care. But I liked the fact that it was like that. It had an element of interest to it. One of my TOEFL courses was American literature. My mother would say, how can you pick that? What do you know about the American history? I'm like, we're here exploring. And that was it. So I wrote TOEFL, and I knew I was not going to school here. Because of, the method by which, the method I encountered writing TOEFL was me. And every other thing else wasn't me. After writing TOEFL, my parents told me to write JAM, that I was going to go to a Nigerian university. On my way to write JAM, my mom was walking me out, and I told her, look, let me just tell you, I'm going to fail this thing. She's like, how dare you? What do you mean you're going to fail it? I said, I've told you people I don't want to school in Nigeria. Pray about it. Do something. I'm just not going to school here. She said, look, stop. Don't mess with me. Make sure you don't fail. I'm going to try not to fail, but that's the aim. So I went, wrote JAM. My score was great. I came back. My father said, hey, you're going to Abuja. So I went to Abuja. But you see, God is wonderful, and God hears the cry of his children. I landed in Abuja the day after registration closed. Registration closed on a Wednesday. I landed in Abuja Thursday. So at least I was terrified because I thought my father would be mad, but I was happy that, hallelujah, this is working out. Then I pick up the phone and I call my dad. I'm like, I'm sorry, but it's closed. He's like, really? Did you speak to somebody? Did you do that? One man even met me and said, bring money, would help you register. I even gave him money. He carried my money around away. But I was happy. I was like, oh, this is good. But my dad is going to be mad. So I was between the fear and the excitement that, God, this is... But then I also had, what if I was just being stupid? Like, why didn't I just, And then I came back. Then my father said he didn't want me to stay at home. So he registered me at the Olabisi Onabanjo University, Ogun State, to study law. So I went in there for a diploma in law. Few minutes ago, I told you on radio that you see that arrangement where people are sitting on the fence, sitting on the floor, sitting in the toilet, like for lectures. So I went there, and I just knew that I was back to what it was, and I couldn't. My secondary school was not even that full, but I just knew I couldn't. I just knew that I couldn't. I knew it. Sometimes you have to wake up so early to go to class because it gets so full, and you have to stand outside or you have to sit at the window. And then, I'm a recluse. I really didn't have that many friends. But then some people were nice. I get there when I get there. And then someone left a chair for me. But that's after a fight because somebody wanted the chair. Like, who's the ghost on this space? I want to sit down. And I did that thing for a few months. God, this is not going to work. All right. And then I something happened. And I told my father that I really wasn't interested. He's like, yeah. That day, it must have been the Spirit of God because, the kind of parents I have, they never really agree to anything. And then he was like, okay, it's fine. So what do you want to do? Then I got a radio job. Then, everybody was happy about that. And then my father started singing, go to school, go to school. And then someone told my father about, foreign education. I mean, access to foreign education and where I could apply to. So my father told me, somebody told me about this place. I think you should apply. In my head, I'm thinking, am I going to give up radio? Really? Yeah. So play. Yeah. It outworked. And then the school allowed for either being there physically or distant learning. So you can be anywhere in the world. And I thought my prayers really were answered. So it was really that. It wasn't like I was looking for an edge. It was just that the way I learn is I like curiosity. I like the element of prying something with logic. I like to dig up something. So if you would allow me, I think that's my way of learning. So that's really what happened to me. And then as the years evolved, and I realized that people actually do think that there is an edge to foreign education. I've spoken to some people who have a foreign education. And honestly, one of the things you're not going to be is pleased. Like, there's really nothing there. It's just another person, maybe with an accent, and then a certificate, and finish. It's just another human. In fact, and this is me trying to be modest here, it's just really that. But then maybe there are people who, by the privilege of the education that they have this edge. But what is it? When Pineal goes to, what's that school again? Hertfordshire? Hertfordshire. When she goes there and comes back, it's not C finish, but I don't know if there's gonna. Pineal, do you think there'll be anything different?
Well, yes, I think there will be. At least for me, yes, there will be. I mean, I went through secondary school in Nigeria. I went through university in Nigeria, and I can say honestly,
you're one of those Nigerians who just feel like, let's try this other side of the pancake.
And it's really because I want more than just the exposure, but exposure in terms of knowledge.
Okay.
I know how I struggled with Nigerian university and the way they teach.
Okay.
It was really difficult for me.
Yeah. And you're not the only person who has that account. So, yeah, yours holds some water. Then so does every other Nigerian's opinion on Nigeria Info. All right, I've told you my story and how I gambled my way and landed somewhere. 0700-993-993-993. Welcome to Nigeria Info, the edge from having foreign education.
Joyce, I'm sorry, I had to call in again.
Oh.
This is Adamia.
Oh, welcome, lady.
Now, I'm going back again to that. Now, I'm going to speak as a professional.
Professional what now? HR? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
As a HR professional, there is an edge. I'm calling training. Now, when you have students from Nigeria, after studying here, and you send them to training school, especially if you don't have mediocre training. Basically, what I try to let them understand, like, look, here, there is no right or wrong answer, and I'm just here to teach you the kitchen of what you learned in the theory of what you learned in school. So what we do what you got in the university was basically the theory.
Okay.
Now you just understand, I'm taking you into the kitchen. So I use the kitchen because I'm a woman. So I just let you understand the basics.
But isn't that because you're maybe prejudiced against the Nigerian method of education?
No, I'm not prejudiced against Nigerians because I have both. And
Okay.
I understand that, like you rightly said, it's another paper, but it's the way you react to what you have, the attitude, the way you respond to what you have. Some people still go out there. After learning, they come back empty. They still don't have anything to show for it.
Yeah.
Some people go out there, come back, and they're able to apply what they learned.
Okay.
So it's an individual thing. You see somebody who,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, it's true. This is what I've been looking for, just like you. So I'm able to put it back. So they come back, they want to be entrepreneurs, they want to practice. They don't want to answer yes sir to somebody. Even when they get a paid job, you find out that they want to apply. They want you to understand, okay, no, it does. You see the difference in what I have learned
Yeah.
as an individual, as against what I read. So when you get the Nigerian student
Yeah.
who now got that job, because that student actually was quite good, now gets the job and gets into the training school, and you just see the look on their face, oh my God, so this is just, you understand, and you just take the aspect of that, what they learned in school, and you
Okay.
just drop it.
All right.
And you dissect it and let them understand. They're like, you see them, they run with it. I've seen them, and they do so well. Because they begin to think practically as against the theoretical aspect of what they learned. I
Well,
think
thank
that's just
you.
basically what it is.
Thank you very much. The sunny side. Good afternoon. Welcome to Nigeria Info. We're on the edge of a foreign education. That's the topic. Welcome. What's your name?
Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome. What's your name?
Junior. My name is Junior.
Junior. We're happy to have
Yes.
you. Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Okay, first of all, I would only speak about what I studied, which is architecture.
Architecture, yeah.
Yes, and I feel like I've listened to a lot of the HRs speaking on your show. I don't know if there are a lot of them or it's just one person. I can't remember.
Okay.
I don't know about that, but it seems like there's a little bit of a prejudice against Nigerians. And
Oh, you
I can
feel so
understand-
too? You feel there's a prejudice against Nigerians?
Yeah, I've
okay,
been
you
schooling
know
in
what?
Nigeria.
Hold on a second, please. I want to go off on a break. Please call me back.
Okay.
Thank you, please. Off on a break. We'll be right back on Nigeria Info's The Sunny Side.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Women are half the population, but don't hold half the political representation. Look at your parliament, your governor's forum, even your local government council. You will not find a room half filled with women. It's time to translate our equal population into equal political power. And so on March 7th, at the Glass Ceiling Convention, let's make a plan to get it. Brought to you by Nigeria Info 99.3 FM and the Glass Ceiling with Sandra Ezekwesili. This International Women's Day, let's talk about how to take over parties, how to win primaries, how to win elections, how to protect our votes. Our guest speaker is Inse Ufot, founder of the New Georgia Project that helped flip the U.S. Senate. Our panelists include Honorable Nnenna Okeje, Rinsola Abiola, Kate Henshaw,
Honorable Zainab Buba Galadima, Brianna Olsen, Cynthia Mbamalu,
Indi Kato, Damilola Odufua. To register to attend for free, go to www.nigeriainfo.fm.
Official partners Yaga Africa, Canadian High Commission, U.S. Consulate General, and the UK High Commission.
Introducing the new Hollandia Slim Evaporated Milk. Hollandia Slim Evaporated Milk has all the nourishment of milk with 50% less fat. It is evaporated milk that contains high calcium, 7B vitamins, vitamin D3, phosphorus, and magnesium. It comes in 3-pack sizes, and the 60-gram pack is 50 naira only.
Hollandia Slim Evaporated Milk. All the nourishment of milk, 50% less fat.
We're back. We are back. We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info. Look, this subject is so interesting, particularly because maybe I have a personal position on it. But you know, I do apologize to my last caller. I had to go off on that break, but here you have an opportunity to please call back. He believes that there is prejudice against Nigerian students, and that is another angle I think we must hear, to see how Nigerians feel about how they're treated or responded to because of the Nigerian education. We're Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce. Welcome to the Sunny Side. Good afternoon.
Hello, Joyce.
Hello. Good afternoon. Please turn off your radio, and yes, you can go ahead. Tell us your name.
Okay, my name is James.
Welcome, James. Please go ahead.
Okay. First of all, I will say this, that Nigeria, look at somebody who studied abroad. Can you get an American to come and study in Nigerian university?
Well, I mean, based on the economic positioning, yes and no, but more no than yes. Not even now that you're the way you are as a country.
Okay. Now, you see, if Nigerians have opportunity to go and study in US, they'll go. The reason is because there is a great disparity in our educational system. And the reason is not far-fetched. Over there, the experience is enormous, and you are exposed to so many things. In our educational system, we are taught to, the way it's structured, we go to school and we come out and we're looking for jobs.
Yeah.
But when you go studying abroad, when you come back, you think of things you can create.
Not necessarily. I told you the story about my friend. He didn't even have enough peace of mind to create anything. He went into depression in his third year here.
Okay, now he couldn't find a place here because the experience he has.
And you know, not everybody's an entrepreneur. My friend is not an entrepreneur.
Okay, you don't even have to be an entrepreneur.
Okay.
This is your idea. You have this idea. And you know, Nigerian universities, these are some of the lapses I encountered when I was there.
Okay.
When you know and you are curious, you want to know so much, You are being victimized by lecturers.
Nigerian lecturers victimize students.
Yes, they are not happy because you know what. Maybe some of them are not exposed to some of those things.
Then they say you too know you're acting smart.
Yes, and you know you become their target. Somebody who is so brilliant, you see, is having carryovers. Why?
Wow.
Why? It happens. I'm telling you what's happening in Nigerian universities. Joyce, you have ideas. Like, okay, you just told us about your experience that, now these are some of the things that you know, and many things you couldn't just put them down over there because this thing is not for me. This is not my thing. But Nigerian lecturers will never help you to discover yourself. Will never. When you're trying to discover yourself, you become like an antagonist to them.
Wait, how true is it that, they say to you, you'll never have an A? Somebody has, I think a number of people have mentioned that to me, that some lecturers have said to them, you'll never have an A. I can give you a B, but nobody can get an A in my course. Is that true?
Joyce, sample so many Nigerians that have gone to Nigerian university. The story will be the same.
All right. Look, thank you.
So that should tell you that this is the truth.
Yeah.
So that's the limitation in Nigerian university. Really, I went to Nigerian
So
university.
it's more a human-imposed limitation. It's a principality of some sort, limiting Nigerians from...
Well, yeah, we say that's one aspect, but the entire educational system was not designed to make us, if you look at the...
Curious, to probe, to be inquisitive. All right. Welcome, my name is Joyce. What's your name? Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, speak up for us. Welcome. We're happy to have you. Tell us your name and you can go ahead.
Okay, my name is Junior. I called the last time.
Yeah, Junior, thank you very much. Thank you. Please go ahead.
So, the last caller basically said about 50% of what I had wanted to say.
Okay.
Our educational system really isn't the very best. So, I'm not here trying to...
Badmouth it? No, I don't think... Okay. Oh, sure, please. Speak as you would.
So what I'm trying to say is this. As a Nigerian student that is schooled here, polytechnic, university, when I'm applying for a job, there's always this prejudice against people that came from abroad. Like they're better than me and, they...
By the employer or by the position?
Because we don't have the job.
Absolutely.
So we did one. So you know, I did school in fancy university,
Ivy League, they call it.
Ivy League or whatever. I would feel like the best way to judge someone would be practically.
Yeah.
You have a certificate, no problem. Come. This is a task. Can you get it done? If I can get it done, I should get the job. And I should get paid the same that you want to pay Mr. Man from
Thank
London
you very much.
or Mr. Woman from Australia.
Yeah.
And if I can't, I raise my hands up and be like, okay, yeah, I'm not good enough. I'll go get myself better.
Wow, this is a deep-rooted problem,
You should
actually.
give us equal opportunities. We get into that place.
Yeah.
And let us decide our fates by ourselves, not someone telling me that this person
Someone
is from
cutting
here,
you short
and
before
that
you're
person
able
there,
to
that
prove
person
that you're
from there,
short.
and all that
right.
stuff.
All right.
As far as I'm concerned, as a student, you get up to your BSc level, you can do anything you want to. Seriously, you can.
So there's really no edge. It's just the mindset of employers.
Seriously, there is nothing.
There's no
Look
edge.
at my field. As
Wow.
I said, I only speak for what I studied.
Yeah.
Which is architecture. Now, an architecture student learns how to solve design problems right from his first year.
Wow.
Practically, I'm not talking about as in
Theory.
just theoretically. Practically, I started working when I was in my second year.
Okay.
I've been solving design problems for years.
Thank you. All right. This is very good. Thank you very much for this angle. Let's hear other Nigerians to share with us what they believe to be their understanding and position on the subject matter. My name is Joyce. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Bamidele.
Thank you. Welcome. Go ahead.
The beggar. All right. One question I was going to ask is, Joyce, have you heard of ASU strike?
Have I heard of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard of it. But I'm so grateful to God.
Okay. Now, I'm not saying the foreign education is actually supreme.
Yeah,
like
or
that.
has an edge over the Nigerian one.
Trust me, we have but it's based on individuals, I think.
Okay.
Not really on the system itself. Like other callers have said, the lecturers are teaching you not to really be successful sometimes.
Are you sure about that?
Really, yeah. See, sometimes they will tell you, they'll just come into the class, and if you are not even about you participating in the whole lecture and everything, buy my handout and that's a mark for you. You don't buy this and that. We know a lot of all these things.
Okay.
But in terms of individual, I'm not a university graduate myself.
Okay.
The highest level of my education is secondary school.
Okay.
But I've done a lot with my life. I'm a software engineer.
Okay.
And I'm a business designer at the same.
Look at
that. Everything on the way, just picking and mixing. So we are ambitious. Only if we can have these universities as an addition to us in terms of the structure that is supposed to be there. But in terms of the education, then again in terms of the facility at the same time, imagine Nigerian computer science students still learning Fortran and Pascal. That is dead. When we are in the age of AI and data science, we are ABC when people are in arithmetic. So that is it. So it is the system.
Okay.
It is the method of, especially with our lecture. They are also not at scholar said. So they transfer most of those aggression
to the students.
Imagine now, lecturers come out of this ASU strike. How do you think they would treat the students? If you are unhappy, you won't be able to even teach it. So instead of them collaborating, you are making them to compete together. You are just messing every other thing or based on the pain that you are feeling from. But in terms of individual, trust me, we are ambitious.
Okay.
Very, very ambitious.
So the only edge in this regard now would be the environment.
Edge.
The environment.
Trust me, there's really no edge.
There's really no edge.
There is really no edge.
Thank you.
I don't think any international, any whatever. I've worked with foreign agencies. I've done with nationals and multinationals, and a lot of them. Sometimes they don't. How can you say you are in Nigeria with this level of skill?
Yeah. All right.
Sometimes they don't believe it.
Thank you.
We're ambitious, but the system
doesn't allow you flourish as best as you can. Thank you very, very much. Well, this conversation is necessary because many people are practically trying to break their backs over trying to go get a foreign education. And here is the conversation. On a thorough analysis, is there really an edge? Is there really anything else? Because here you're going to go pay pay so much money now that your Naira is bowing down to the dollar in ways that look like there's hardly any redemption in sight. Is that really the edge? Hello, this is Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce. Welcome. We're happy to have you here. Good afternoon. Tell us your name.
Joyce.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yes,
What's your name?
My name is Okoyemi.
Thank you very much, Okoyemi. You're going to have to speak quickly, like Lagos is calling. Thank you.
Have you gone through this issue of feminism, or you're still on the issue?
No. We're on. We're on the edge of foreign education. We're going to start feminism in a minute.
Out. Okay. Let me say this quickly about the foreign education.
The edge.
For me.
Yeah. Is
for
there
me,
an edge?
I schooled here in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Now, I believe that when I did a cross-examination of some of our curriculum, I studied agriculture.
Yeah.
I looked at it, the way I was able to, scale through my own education, it was as if I was doing over syllabus.
Oh.
Because, yes, I had to download materials from University of California in Davis, some of the American institutions that have strong agricultural program.
Okay.
Cross-examine their study material with, mine. So I found out sometime I was summoned by one of my lecturers because the graduate assistant, those who are doing masters and PhD, couldn't mark my question paper because the answer I provided were not directly what was in the
what he expected exactly.
You understand? Because I read after I abandoned the material they provided. I was using the material I got from UC Davis and other institutions. So he had to call me that I saw it on the notice board that so students should come and see him. People thought perhaps I cheated or something. But when I got to him, that was when I realized that it was because the graduate assistant and the PhD student were unable to mark my script, that he himself had to actually mark it. And that was where he saw some of those things. Now, for me, I believe your certificate will first of all be the interface that any employer wants to see before they meet with you.
Okay.
Whether you are intelligent or sound, it is when they actually meet with you that they will
know how
do
good you
further
are.
Profiling.
Yeah.
You understand? But the first thing, which is the qualification that you are holding, the school you come out from.
Yeah, but if the mind looking at the certificate is prejudiced, then there's a problem.
Well,
because you can be good.
We can hardly solve that problem because it is there. Even those who are doing, okay, look at the Lagos Business School and Harvard, for instance. People go to Harvard to do MBA.
Yeah.
Now, when people come back to Nigeria, what are they selling? What is Harvard selling? It is the strength of the track record and the alumni strength of that institution that many people are
So it's like using so much money to buy Gucci and thinking you're better than a poor man because he just wears 100% cotton without necessarily a label on it.
That is the problem. For me,
that in itself is misinformation. That's poor education.
I want to go abroad because apart from the fact that some people have now seen that they want to invalidate my knowledge without seeing
a foreign certificate.
A foreign certificate. So I said, okay, fine. Why do I have to be struggling with people who will be sitting at the desk, behind the desk, to make decisions that will either make or mar me because I do not have a foreign education? It's better. Let me join. Let me join them to acquire the knowledge.
So you feel that's the edge you get. Skills. So someone doesn't undermine you or undercut you.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Because that's where it is.
Yeah. Thank you very much for calling. 43 minutes past. Hello. Let's speak to you. Good afternoon. This is Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce. What's your name?
Hello. My name is Akibe.
Welcome, lady. You can go ahead real quick.
Yeah. Many have spoken. They are quite more than 60%. All right. Because I am a teacher, all the Western education, they are the same syllabus. And syllabus are based on the textbook. And where the syllabus are analyzed according to grade. But if the teacher is not there to give the effective teaching as regards to that textbook and the syllabus that require primary 2 to learn, will she get it right? No. So that is where the problem lies in Nigeria education. So if what is supposed to learn for 5 years, now you are to learn it for 7 years, that's another angle. And then if the textbook that you're supposed to buy to aid yourself with, you cannot afford it, then the person can also go backward. So I think it's on the ground of the effectiveness of the syllabus being imparted to the people.
Yeah, so would you say that the foreign syllabus, I don't know whether you've seen a foreign syllabus as a teacher. Do you think the foreign syllabus has a better component to it than the Nigerian syllabus?
The syllabus are the same. The effective.
No, they're not the same. I'm sorry. No, no. They're not the same.
The syllabus are not the same?
No.
Don't we use the same parameters?
Well, maybe parameters, but syllabus is not the same thing. I mean, but then again, they have also advanced. You have to also remember that they're actually adjusting with the development of time and technology as well.
And that is why they continue development now.
So do you feel that that's an edge, or do you think that? So do you think that there is an edge, or you feel that because the syllabus is the same, then there is no edge? But heavens, the syllabus is not the same.
The syllabus is the same in US. And it's the same here in Nigeria.
It's not
you don't go to teach what he presented to you.
No, but it's not the same. It's not the same.
Well, okay, what are the differences?
Well, I mean, where do we begin? Do I start naming them for you, my course or your course?
You are teaching biology.
Yeah.
And the same syllabus in US and the same textbook in US is given to you here. And they are going to conduct...
Are you saying that the textbook in the US is what's given to you here? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's the same syllabus, it's the same textbook all over. Only
Is it goes to school? Did they use Is it go to school in the US?
Those who go to school in US.
Is it goes to school? Simbi and Frank, what's that Simbi one? Do they use it in the US? Yeah, that's the thing.
No,
okay, thank you.
Be more effective because we always have human resources and practical. But in Nigeria, we don't have that because practical and human resources outside the teacher or the professor is another money, and they are not ready to invest on that. Then the lab is another area. No, technology has to go with lab.
All right.
And you have to go with practical.
All right,
And
thank you.
Many of the school or university here do not have
What
that.
class do you teach?
Eh?
What class do you teach?
No, I'm just a primary school teacher.
Okay, primary school teacher. What class do you teach?
What
Primary,
you want
what
to
do you teach?
Primary 1. You cannot go and teach it to primary 6.
All right.
So they all have different grades.
Thank you very much for calling. Thank you.
Education go.
99.3 Nigeria Info. One more caller. 2, 3. One more, 2. Hello. Turn off your radio.
Thank you.
Turn off your radio.
I've done that.
Turn off your radio.
Yeah, I've done that.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Welcome to the sunny side. What's your name? Hello.
Sorry, Joyce, I had to call again, Ada.
Okay.
Sorry.
Are you the HR person?
Yes, I'm the HR person. So
that was a different name.
like the guy that said, we're not research-based here. I struggled my way out. I started with the Polytechnic. I went to federal school. I went to Polytechnic. I went to university. In fact, I can tell you emphatically that the Polytechnics teach better than the university.
I've heard that before.
Yes.
Because of the practicals.
I'm a living example.
Okay.
So I passed through them, and they teach better than the university. Their system is more organized. Now I studied here.
But isn't it funny that you say that? But it would appear that in the employment circle, people prefer or grade higher the university certificate over the polytechnic certificate.
Good.
Why?
I just wanted to stress that the system already is faulty. So you cannot discriminate within your own system. You can't say that the university students are better than the polytechnic students. So you take them over.
Yeah, the polytechnic
Meanwhile,
ones.
I know I have the experience. I've had to write tests and interviews with different organizations before during youth service.
Yeah.
And the guy could not get anybody to defend the 2-1 they had. He had said, okay, let's pick somebody from a polytechnic and to get those that even have 2-2. And he was too impressed with it. And that's aside. Secondly, we are not research-based here.
No time.
The guy that said
Lagos,
he
no
had the
time.
agricultural experience,
Yeah.
he had to download. And that's exactly what it is. Now, how do you now go and download material that is way ahead the system we have here? They would definitely not understand it.
All right.
During my study too, I had the same problem with my supervisor, and he said, you can't even do this work. I said, what do you mean I can't do the work? He wanted me to pay him so that he would get somebody to write my project, and I'm like, I'm not going to do that. He frustrated me, but at the end of the day, he was happy that I still insisted. That's aside. Now, if we're going to do research, I'll speak for myself. When I want to employ, I don't look at the paper. I want to see the individuals first.
Okay.
I look at you, the content, what you have inside is what I look at first. I look at the person, I assess what you have. I tweak your brain.
You're the
and
one.
that's what's
You're the one
important to
people
me.
should come to.
And
then.
now when I understand where you're coming from, I now start looking at the papers.
Okay.
So if I have about 3-4 people there, I'll now have what's the edge? What do they have over the other?
Yeah.
If I have one space, I have to take the best. I don't care where that certificate is coming from. Now, I'll
And that's fair
tell you another
criticism,
experience.
actually.
Sorry, Joy. I'm going to give you another experience.
You have to hurry up.
Yeah, I have. I came back to do a doctoral here. I've got years of experience at work. I finished my master's, and they say, no, you have to go do an MPhil. I go back to apply for my doctoral abroad, and they're looking at what are you bringing to the table.
Really?
Now they're looking at my years of experience and what I'm going to bring, the knowledge, the experience.
Oh.
And now truly, the
Yeah.
system brings us down. They pull us down. They're not interested in what I'm bringing to the table, the experience, the exposure. They're looking at my paper.
Wow.
Do you see where the problem is?
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
not at times it's an individual thing, but for me personally, you have to defend what you have. I don't care
Thank
whether you
you.
have a 2-2 or a third class, as long as you have that up there. That's
Okay.
what's important.
And that's sensible. Thank you very much for calling. I do appreciate. Ify is here from Ikorodu. Good afternoon to you and welcome.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, turn off your radio. Speak up for us. Go ahead.
All right. On the topic, though I don't have a foreign education,
Mm-hmm.
but the experience I have as an OND holder here,
Mm.
my husband also schooled here,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to tell you that the system of I want to correct that woman that said we have the same syllabus. I've been teaching in primary school, and I went to check syllabus online, and I found out that Trinidad and Tobago have a better syllabus than Nigeria in social studies. Trinidad and Tobago.
You Googled Trinidad and Tobago to check out their syllabus?
Yes, because I dislike the content in social studies textbook here in Nigeria. It's total rubbish. It's nonsense.
Wow.
I had to because I needed something different. I needed something better.
Yeah.
To educate the children, so I had to go online and check different content on in Trinidad and Tobago. Civic education as well. The content is different, better.
So honestly, from me to you, sorry, lady. Then the lady, what's her name? Do you know her name? Yeah, the lady who called earlier on, the one who says she's a teacher, I think she might need to use the internet to Google up foreign syllabus to compare. They're not the same thing.
And better.
Oh, wow.
The children will be more equipped if you teach them with. In fact, I had to take in some of the content I saw there. In fact, I told the owner of the school that she had to map out a different content syllabus for her class, for her school, not to meet her school standard. My daughter finished from that school now, and she's doing excellently well in secondary school right now. Because of the content, we don't use the same syllabus with government syllabus.
Oh, really?
The content is different, yes. It's the syllabus, the content is so different. And I want to tell you, my husband is a programmer. He's a we studied computer science. Everything my husband knows today in programming language, he got himself. He didn't get one. Let's just say he learned ABCD from the school.
Yeah.
And then
the rest,
everything he can
self-taught.
do today, he got online. Personal education.
Beautiful.
He's a keyboard. He's a guitarist. He plays keyboard. Every education he got online.
That's
He got it online. He made himself professional online.
Nice.
And when he gets to school, when he was doing his HND, when he gets to school, the class, in fact, he stopped going to lectures. And sometimes he just go sit down in the class. When the lecturer enters, he just look at the lecturers like, what are these guys doing?
So you're saying that there is an edge. So basically you're saying that there is an edge.
Yes, so much edge. In fact, it has so much edge.
Thank you.
Our system of education here needs to do a lot. There is a long way to go.
Thank you, lady, for calling.
For me, from onset, I don't have interest in studying here, but it's just like if I have my way,
you run away.
Of my kids, I run away with my children to study outside here.
Thank you very much. Thank you, lady, for calling. Off on a break. We'll be right back.
Don't hold half the political representation. Look at your parliament, your governor's forum, even your local government council. You will not find a room half filled with women. It's time to translate our equal population into equal political power. And so on March 7th, at the Glass Ceiling Convention, let's make a plan to get it. Brought to you by Nigeria Info 99.3 FM and the Glass Ceiling with Sandra Ezekwesili. This International Women's Day, let's talk about how to take over parties, how to win
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Official partners: Yaga Africa, Canadian High Commission, U.S. Consulate General.